So this is just a little room tour after we've been staying in it for 4 nights. As you can see, the bathroom is very open to the right here, and I'll go through it in a bit more detail in a minute. And then the bedroom is over there. So you can scan the QR code to get to know all the information of the hotel. It's very handy telling you all different times of things, like the activities and also restaurant opening times, a hotel map, all lots of things like that, information about the shuttle bus which takes you into the town centre, which is free. So that's very interesting and helpful to use. We've also got where you put your key card, and you'll need to put this in to use the electricity. So let's start with the bathroom. So we have been using this, and that's why it's just got some towels and stuff hanging up. But to the right hand side, we've got the toilet and a bin to the side, and then the shower. This does slightly move around, but there's no handheld shower, and it, as you can see, it is very small. You can just about get one person in it really. There's not too much movement for your arms, so it is a little bit tricky getting around in there, but there is some shampoo and some soap. There's no conditioner. Now coming over to the sink area, we've got a hook up there. We've also got a hook up here too. Towels for your hands, some more soap, tissues, cups, shower cap, and a shoe shine sponge. Now down here was where the towels were placed in there. And down here you can find the hairdryer, which is plugged in somewhere at the back. Another part of the bathroom is these blinds. Now, as you can see at the moment, they are all the way down, but you can, if you really want to, you can put them all the way up. We, to be honest, haven't loved this bathroom. It's not separate at all, even though it's got the blinds. You can hear everything. You can, yeah, as you can imagine, I don't need to go into much detail, but yeah, this is the bathroom. There's not any separate flooring to make it any different from the hallway area. It's just all the same. It's not been great. We haven't loved this bathroom, but you know, we've dealt with it for 4 nights. Coming over to this side, there is a full-length mirror. Now I'll show you all of the electricity points in here as well. So we've actually got one down by the mirror there, 2 just to the side here, 1 USB-C and 1 USB-A ports. Little look at the desk area. So we've got 2 drawers here and a chair. Tea and coffee making facilities with different types of tea, and there is a lot of coffee machines downstairs, so you can just grab one of them and bring it up at any point. And obviously it's all inclusive, so you don't need to pay any extra for it. Now coming over to the bed. So on this side of the bed there's a lamp, telephone, and some note paper. There's no drawer there, but there is a little plug to the side. I did take that out to use for my charging for my phone and things, but there's no other plugs on the side of the bed, so I did have to compromise losing the light there. Now on this side I've got another bedside table with a lamp, but this one is connected right underneath the bed, so you can't get to it. So the only charging you'd be able to have next to the bed is on that side. You do have a drawer down this side, also the TV remote. Just a little bit more information about the spa there. And over here we've now got the closet area, which is very spacious, with some hangers. I'm sure you can ask for more if you need them. There's a mini fridge, safe, and 3 drawers, and lots of space there for putting your luggage and things. And there is also some information about the laundry service. Try and get that so you can read it. Pause if you need to read. and also a little light for this area. By the TV we do also have a chair and a little stool, but just so you can see, this is what it looks like from this angle with the blinds up, obviously. We've got a few paintings and artwork on the wall. I'm really sorry if the lights are flickering. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And just lastly, the heating / air conditioning. We've been using it on, well, fan, because this one's the heating, and then put it on to level 3, and then we think this might be like the actual temperature, so I've put it right down to the bottom to get the coldest possible, but it still is actually quite warm. There are several parts of this room that are very dated, and as you can see here, a little bit dirty. And also things like, sorry if that's flickering, but you can see there on the lamp. It's just, you know, wear and tear with age, I think, but overall it's not too bad. A little bit of discoloration on the carpets. As you can see down here, some stains and just a little bit of dust and stuff. And then this is our balcony. We've got 2 chairs and a table and a cigarette tray, or ashtray, and then this is our view.